Hi! Today we're gonna make another app snippet. Okay, so basically what I mean by app snippet is something that you can just include in a larger app. And the app snippet that we're making today is an audio player. So in order to do that, I'm just gonna make an app which will have a play button, a stop button, and if you press the play button then a certain tune will play, and if you press the stop button then it will stop playing. So go ahead and create a new Xcode project. Single view app. Alright, so I'm just gonna name the single view app audio playing app, I guess, and then create, and let's just let it load. So once Xcode is ready, just go onto main.storyboard and we will make our buttons. So name the first one play and the second one stop. And essentially what I'm doing over here is adding constraints, and right here you might be a little confused what just happened, but I had to edit out that part because I just kept on yammering for like 7 minutes straight. But basically what I've done is I've set a background color to the first one, and I'm setting up the constraints as 100 points for the height and the distance from both the sides as 100 as well, and the distance between the two buttons is also 100, I think, but that's what I've done so far. Then the next thing you want to do is add the mp3 file. Now make sure that you're converting the mp3 into a WAV file before you add it to your app, because Xcode has this problem. Xcode 10.1 has this problem. 9 doesn't. 9 works just fine, but in 10.1 the mp3 file might not always work. So make sure that you're converting it into a WAV file. Now just drag it in, make sure these are selected, and next thing we're gonna open up ViewController and get to work. So first off, just create IBActions for both the buttons. I'm gonna name the first one play button, the second one as stop button. So control, click and drag, and your IBActions are ready. Now the first thing you want to do is import AVFoundation. That is the class that contains all the objects and functions that you'll be needing in order to play an audio file. Next off, we're going to create an audio player object. So that's going to be like var audioplayer is equal to AVAudioPlayer brackets. So I just have to open up my notes from my old app because I kind of forgot how to do that, but okay, so that is how it is. So now the audio player variable is an object of the AVAudioPlayer class. Now you can use this object to play your audio file. Now I'm going to show you each of the steps one by one, explaining what it exactly does. But before that, let's just tell the functions what to do. The play function has to play the file, so I've added the code for that, and I've added the code for it to stop in the stop function. But that's not it. There's a lot more left to do. Now you just have to create a do catch block. The do block, essentially what it does is it runs the code within it, and if the code has an error or returns nil, or something of that sort, then the catch block runs instead. The catch block doesn't need to have any code, but I've just added a print error code so that I know that there was a problem in the do block, which is why my code didn't run. Now this line basically just tells the LOC constant where my file is located. Now this particular constant knows that my ring file is in the same, it knows which file to put into the AVAudioPlayer. In order to put it into the AVAudioPlayer, you need this line which I've just highlighted. So the audio player is going to try to play the contents of the file in that particular location. Then we're just going to go ahead and type in audioplayer.prepareToPlay, and it's not necessary, but if you just want to make sure that the volume is full, then you can go ahead and copy this line that I just highlighted. The highest volume is 1.0, and if you want, you can just put it in the same do block. I think our app is ready to be run, so let's just go ahead and do that. Build succeeded. Simulator is going to take some time to load now because I didn't open it beforehand. Okay, let me just tell you a quick story of the MP3 issue that I faced. I was making an app in which you had to play an audio file, and I was using an MP3 audio file. And I didn't know that 10.1 doesn't work very well with an MP3 audio file. So initially I had 9.1 and it was working just fine. Then I set up my Xcode to update overnight, and the next morning I wake up and it's not working anymore. It doesn't go into the catch block. It doesn't print error. There's no such problem, but the MP3 file still doesn't work. So I spent like 3 weeks trying to find out what problem it is, and I researched so much that I ended up finding problems that I didn't know even existed in my app, but I couldn't find a solution to that. And then finally one day I was working on another app in which I was using a WAV file, and then I realized that it might be a problem with the MP3 file. And then I searched it up on Google and I tried it in my own app, and that was the problem. So I'm telling you, just use the MP3 file instead of a WAV file. It'll be much safer. Okay, so now the app has launched and it should run now. My laptop's fan has opened up, started running, it's heating up. Okay, it's really hot. Wow. Oh, okay, so there's some problem. Oh, okay, so it couldn't find a location, it couldn't find ringtone 2 in that particular location because there is no file called ringtone 2. My file is called ring. These small bugs are like the most annoying things. Like the larger ones aren't even that much of a problem. The smaller ones are the most annoying. If it's a larger bug, it's probably because like some conceptual problem or some kind of an arithmetic problem. But these are just very annoying. Okay, so now it should be working. I'm gonna put the volume to full. the audio is playing. Okay, you can't really hear that because while I was making the video, then at that time it was playing just fine, but right now I'm doing a voiceover, so the audio isn't actually playing right now. But it should work just fine. If you're facing a problem with this code, then you can leave a comment down below and I'll try to fix it. Thank you for watching.